Hey everybody, Carl again with wolvofficial.com, and today, or tonight rather, it's going to be all about online marketing and offline marketing, which is really common these days. Marketing in general is really common, but I'm sure you already knew that. The online marketing is very, very technical, and then the offline marketing is very, you have to be a little bit more brave for the offline marketing. For example, online marketing could be, let's see here, going on to somebody else's blog and commenting and talking on there, promoting what you have to offer, promoting your business on somebody else's blog could be an example of online marketing, which is very good strategy, by the way. Getting on other people's forums, that's another good strategy, and just talking. You don't really have to be all salesy, but you do need to point them back to your website. Let's see here. Also, that's online. Offline marketing is something new that I'm trying right now, and it's so far, I think it's been working pretty good. I've been looking at the statistics, and yeah, it's pretty good. I'm seeing a little bit larger of a result because when I offline market, when I talk to people offline, they see my charisma. Like they see a little bit more. They feel what I'm saying. They see my confidence. They see the passion that I have, and I think that drives them in many aspects in their own lives. Like it makes them want to be successful, and they see it. They see someone being successful, so that means they want to go and they want to be successful, because we all want to be successful. We really do. It's hard, and we always need some assurance. So direct, like face-to-face offline marketing is what I've been doing lately, and it seems to be working pretty well. Let's see here. So I think now you understand the difference between online and offline marketing. And so what else we can talk about is we'll keep talking about strategies, like right place at the right time type stuff. So when you're online, it's kind of difficult, I think, to get out there and be at the right place at the right time online. The only way you could possibly do that is, I don't know, I'm trying to put my mind around it. To be at the right place at the right time online, I mean, you could probably think of an example, but to me, it's not like being offline. If you're offline, being at the right place at the right time would mean going and to an event, like an actual, like a ceremony, or someone's having a birthday. Like you can actually be there, and you can go promote your stuff, and that is great. You know what I mean? Because once again, they're seeing your charisma in person, versus if you were online and you tried to show up like at a I don't know, say for example, like a group chat room, like, or how about this? There's video games these days, right? And you go on a online, what's it called? Online game. Like you're playing an online game, and there's a whole bunch of people on the system, on the game. Okay, that makes sense. And you just happen to be there when everyone just got off school, or like you just happen to be there when everyone was out of school, or you just happen to be there when there's no school, so there's more people online. That would be an example of like the right place at the right time. Honestly, since we're talking about right place at the right time, there really is no strategy for that. Like, okay, I think that just sounded kind of contradicting, but work with me here. Because if if you think about it, some of the best moments we've had, like some of the biggest successes that we've had, were not, yeah, we worked hard to get there, but we were just working hard and it happened. It wasn't like we predicted that, okay, this is going on, if I go there, I'm going to see success. No, it does not happen like that. I wish, because I would be thinking constantly, like, about where I need to go, you know, and like where I need to be in order to see this person. All right, so there's so many examples, but one particular one is one day I woke up and you know, I was just doing my thing. I was going to school and I didn't realize. I knew that when I woke up that I was going to face the world head on, you know, et cetera, and I just kept fighting that day. And what eventually happened was, in the back of my mind, I knew that I wanted to do the, I wanted to do the DJ thing. Like, I wanted to make something of myself. And I think after a while, that kind of sticks into your brain, like my brain. It sticks into my brain, and it makes me want to think about it constantly. You know, it's a passion of mine. So, like, it's only natural that meeting somebody out in the real world, okay, and naturally just like meeting them, like, oh, hey, I saw you from here, or hey, how's it going? Yeah, and all of a sudden, or maybe it's a new person. You know, you see where I'm going with this? You can't. It's like casually meeting new people that will change your life, versus going to a party. Okay, any party. It could be like a banquet. It could be a professional banquet. It could be professional anything. It doesn't even have to be a banquet. Just like a place where people like get together. You know, whatever, holidays, something like that. Okay, that would be. You know, something's going to happen if you go there, right? You dress to impress. I'm here to say that you don't always have to dress to impress. Sometimes just the way you carry yourself goes a long way. I mean, you don't have to be fashionably stylish, but then again, that always helps. But still, what I'm getting at is being at the right place at the right time doesn't always come planned. Like, you can't plan that. It's just in the back of your mind, and it just happens. So, that's another realm of offline marketing. Now, I want to dive into this face-to-face marketing, okay? A lot of the stuff that we learn is online marketing, like, because yeah, it's great. It's online. You know, it's not easy by any means. Like, it's pretty technical, like I said, and there's a lot of stuff you got to learn. But that's with anything, okay? You got to work and you got to learn, but eventually it all just clicks. Like, it just makes sense. So that's kind of cool. And but I think tonight, I think now I just want to shift over to this face-to-face marketing. I want to tell you some of the tips and tricks that I use for this face-to-face stuff. So, okay, face-to-face marketing is the reason I'm going at this is because, like I said, there's charisma. Like, people can size you up pretty quickly. They can tell the longer you talk, the more they get to know you, the more they realize what you're made of, right? You're always constantly being tested. And I believe that you get tested at a faster rate in person, so it helps you grow. So that's one thing, you know, we always want to learn, and we want to keep learning, and we want to grow. And so, let's see here. That's really important right there. You know, that says a lot about a person who can confront another person, offer them advice on something. For example, this other person has the same passion as you, okay, face to face. You're not, like, constantly looking for someone, okay? You gotta be casual. You mean, you have your own strategy. I got my own strategy. But what I found that works for me, we'll say, is I am very casual about everything. I have many passions. I'm always learning. So I don't expect anybody to talk to me. I don't expect anybody to respond when I say talk. You know, when I open my mouth, I don't expect anyone to say a word. I'm just going to keep talking. You know, and if I find that, if I even slightly feel like I'm disrespecting somebody, I'll back off. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I mean by casual. So when I go to wherever to go get some food, or when I go wherever to get a shake, you know, so like a smoothie, you know, I am not there to market. It just happens. It just happens. I'm just there because I'm doing my own routine. I do believe that you need to get out of the house. And all right, I'm a firm believer of that. I mean, you have to get out there because that's where everyone is. That's where people are. And people, there's no economy without people, right? So, still talking about face-to-face versus online marketing. So, when you're out and about, in the back of your mind, you know it's going to come up because you're already thinking about your passion, whatever your business is. So, if you see somebody that's interesting, you're going to eventually walk up to them. You're going to say, "Hey, what's that book you're reading? That looks interesting." Right? You're just talking. Like you don't even plan on bringing anything up. You just anything up about your business. You just talk to them, say, get to know them, like, "Hey, how you doing?" Yeah, like, "Oh, that's cool." Smile, be real, like, talk to people. This is like 101 conversation here. So, but once you find something that clicks between the both of you, like a shared connection, all right, something that just has to do with your music, like it just hits. Like, "Oh my gosh, you do the same thing?" Like, yeah, you don't want to be protective, like, "Oh, that's competition." No, all right, because if you're really that good at what you do, you're willing to learn from somebody else because you want to better yourself. Okay, so there's no such thing as like competition. In my head, there is no such thing as competition. All right, there's probably a lot of gray area right there, but I'm just trying to say, work on learning, work on improving yourself versus like thinking about other people. Okay, let's see here. So that's how I market. That's how I do it. I don't think it's traditional by any means. Yeah, face to face, okay, but what I'm doing is I'm finding a connection between us. That's what I'm doing. Ultimately, is I'm figuring out what you like. Like, I'm thinking, like, what are you passionate about? Like, we all got something that just keeps us going. That something just keeps us waking up every day and fighting. Like, just getting us to where we want to go. Like, we want to change. We want to change our lives. What is it that makes you tick? Obviously I'm not that, like, pumped up when I'm talking to them, but when I make my eye contact, it's very time bound. I'm very what do they call that? Important about my time. Like, I respect my time, I respect your time. So by talking to people face to face like that, and just seeing what makes them tick, is really, it can go a long way in a healthy way. You can get to know people, and I mean, whether it works, whether they call you back or not, it doesn't matter. Like, all that matters is that you show up, right? You showed up. You showed up at the Jamba, I was gonna say Jamba Juice, but that's you show up wherever you go. Like the smoothie place I was talking about. You show up at wherever you go. Like, okay, that makes sense. Wherever you go, you just show up. You just you don't have to talk to everybody. If something's interesting to you though, and you just let it happen. All right, I personally don't approach people. I'll say it again. I personally do not approach people. It looks too needy. It looks too desperate. I mean, let things come to you. Like, let things come to you. That's how you do it. I know it sucks because you want to get things done, You want to meet new people. You want to make things happen, right? That's what we get. It's like, I don't think it's a trap. It's just not what I do. What I do is I let people come to me, all right? Because if they're coming to me, that means I don't have to talk so much about persuasion. I don't have to persuade them. I can just talk to them and let them know, yeah, like, this is what I'm doing. I'm not going to hide anything. I'm going to say, look, this is how I do it. It works for me. I think it'll work for you too. And this is my website, okay? You see where I'm going with this? This is what I've created. People love to see things that we create. They're like, oh, wow, you created that? Yeah, I'm a creator. I'm an inventor. Like, I'm passionate, entrepreneur. Right? Well, you sound like you are too. Correct me if I'm wrong. And that's kind of where I go. That's pretty much it. That's, I mean, there's always things to talk about when you let them come to you, or if they just happen to be sitting next to you, you know, like, oh, hey, what you reading, you know? So, that's how I do it, you know? Notice that I happen to be sitting next to that person, and I just wanted to see what they were reading. No harm, no foul. You know, there's a lot more serious things than that. So, to me, that's laid back. Maybe next time I will, like, sit... I know this... Anyway. Okay, so I might be sitting somewhere else, and then someone will be sitting next to me, and they might be... I mean, like, imagine if they were looking at my website, right? As I was sitting next to them, like, I'd be like, oh my gosh, what are the chances? And that's how you should live your life. What are the chances of that happening? What are the chances of that happening? You see where I'm going with that? That's how you need to do your marketing, your offline marketing. What are the chances of that? You just happen to be at the right place at the right time. I think that's a perfect ending to this podcast. I wish you the best of luck. I hope these strategies work. I hope it gives you some meaning behind what you do. And I look forward to the next podcast because I think it's going to be an interesting one. Guys, go to my website. I redesigned it. I definitely redesigned it. It's really cool. wolfofficial.com. Subscribe to it and however you would like. Email list. I'd like to build up my email list as much as I can. But look at and notice it's mobile friendly now. I worked really hard on it, and you can purchase instrumentals there right from the mobile website, and you'll get them downloaded straight to your email. Or you can purchase the albums that I've made by downloading it straight from iTunes. You'll see it all there. And I think I got some cool other stuff on there too. Just check it out. Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.